Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwivideo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lethuba ngibonge isupport nothando nesikhombise lona lingaphezulu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisupporte njalo ngokubuka amavideo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwivideo namuhla. Operation Dudula ke kwakhulunywa ngayo kakhulu kulezi inyanga ezedlule ngoba ibibhizi ivimba emaklinikhi naseyibhedlela, ivimba labantu laba kuthiwa ama-undocumented foreigners. Kwavela nenye organization okuyi-March and March. Kodwa ke manje Operation Dudula seyishintshe ukwenza. Ayisagcinanga ke emaklinikhi kodwa mayiseyidlulele nesho naseyikoleni. Ukuthi banqande nezingane ke manje ezalwa yiwo lama undocumented foreigners ukuthi zingafundi. Ngaphambi ngibeka umbono wami nje ngalolu daba, ngifisa ukuthi siqale sikhulume, mina ngizophawula mhlambe ngasekugcineni. Okhulumela i-Department of Education okuSteve Mabona uhlangene ne-Operation Dudula baxoxa naye. Ngicela uzwe la.
Sikhumbuza ama-principal wabo ukuthi the Bill 8 i-outline wonke ama-facilities ukuthi when they admit these kids kumele babe nayo. And you know, it's very sad in all the schools they have Basutus, they are undocumented because the department has issued an instruction that they need to admit them whether they're documented or not.
Yeah, but you know there's a court case on that one. You don't know about it.
Okay, but what happens with
I'm saying, do you know about the court case?
What happens to the strain that we are facing as the citizens?
Oh, Tina Pella, we found ourselves in the middle of it. Because you must remember, constitutional.
But why is the department not fighting back?
We have a constitutional obligation. All children of us must be equal.
The constitution is protecting the citizens of the country and not everyone. I know that we're getting to a point where you're going to tell me that the constitution says for all who lives in it. I get it, that's our constitution.
No, I'm not going there. I'm saying in a constitutional, it's in our we've got an obligation as a department.
Yeah.
All children
have the right
of a school going age must be in a classroom.
But what happens
and those that
it says limited. Let's not forget about the limited resources.
Those no, but we
it talks about limited resources.
We're managing the resources.
No, you're not managing.
Those that are not documented.
Yeah.
It's not only South Africans, you know that.
It's not only foreigners.
It's not only foreigners.
Yes. I've been to a school and it's very disappointing that
it's not only foreigners that are
South Africans
that are undocumented.
Correct.
So that's why the court case, when they said you don't look at the document as a Department of Education, you look at the child.
Okay, why is
that
the
child
department
must
not
be
fighting back? Why is the department not fighting back? Because it's your responsibility as a department to fight back. Because it's you guys are promoting illegality. If you're saying that you need to admit a child whose parent is undocumented, then you are saying that every person can come into the country, and because there's that law and there's that court
the
case.
Department of Home Affairs.
Yeah.
They still have a responsibility to manage immigration in this country.
That's true.
So we work very closely with them. What we do, even if we admit, but we will then say to a parent, here is your relevant department that you need to interact with, which is Department of Home Affairs.
Sure.
Make sure that your documentation is well in place, you have necessary documents for this child. And because also it becomes a disadvantage to that child anyway.
Which
in
child
future.
Are you talking about? Which child?
Any child that is not documented.
Okay, now you need to be specific.
No, I'll come to that.
You need to be
I will come to yours.
Child.
I will come to yours. I'm saying any child that is not documented is a disadvantage to them because when they reach matric, we can't result them.
Is that the same reason why you guys have passed the law that children can now write matric without having any documentation?
It's been there a long time. They can write,
so hence I'm saying
if you don't have a document, at the ultimate end, we're not going to result.
Hence I'm saying
so when let me finish. So when we interact with the parent, we then guide the parent to say, you are not documented.
We give you 3 months.
Make sure that you are documented.
Yeah.
And we interact with the parent and Home Affairs to say this is what you're doing.
What
so it is a responsibility from ourselves and Home Affairs and the parent to make sure that the child is documented.
How do you resolve issues where you're sitting with a child in school? I was in that school just now. They have Basutus. who parents are undocumented. They even showed us that they do follow-ups with the parents. But it's almost year end now. You're sitting with an undocumented child. Clearly the parent is undocumented and they don't even care because they don't even respond to them. How do you remedify the situation where you are promoting illegality? Because we are saying, whether you're documented or not, we will help you. We will provide free school for your children, and you're not even taking into cognizance that there is child trafficking. And can I just finish?
Yeah.
There is child trafficking. Now, I'm going to say I am the mother of this lady, and there's nothing linking me with the child that I'm claiming to be the parent of. So you guys are also promoting human trafficking because we're not even sure that who are the parents of these kids. How do you guys correct that when we have a document that states what the parents need to submit at the schools, but vice versa, Nina, again the department, you're working against your own laws, because the law says that they must produce your visas, the relevant documents, your visas, your proof of address, which is permanent resident and all that. But also you are saying that whether they have it or not, you must take them. What happens to the child that lives opposite the school, that lives just here, that needs to be schooled in the school, but cannot be admitted because isikolo sigcwele abeSuthu who are living in this informal settlement, and there's another informal settlement they called Zamimpilo. What happens to that South African?
Each and everyone who lives closer to a school must be accommodated in a school.
That's not the case.
So
it doesn't happen.
If we cannot accommodate all of them, others we accommodate in the neighboring schools.
See, that's where the problem is. Now you have to move a child that lives just opposite the school and take them to a further school. Now they need to be traveling. That's more cost to a parent. Remember, these are public schools. They're supposed to be catering for disadvantaged families, abangakhoni and all that. So it would be easy for you to just be walking to school. I think that's why we have schools in our community, so that we can just walk to the schools. But mind you, if the departments are prioritizing foreigners over their own kids, how do we deal with that?
But the department is not prioritizing.
What is the department doing?
We are placing all children that are closer to school.
All children, whether it's documented.
There are children that are here.
Yeah.
They don't have a school. There's nothing like that. They must be accommodated.
So
here.
I have a case.
So we're not prioritizing.
So I have a case in Mondio Primary. Now this is, and if you want reference, we'll give it to you.
Yeah, give me the
You can
case.
talk to the mother of the child.
Yeah.
Who
What
lives
happened there?
who lives opposite the
What
school.
happened?
She was not admitted because she was told that applications already, their parents who already preferred their kids to be in that school. She went there, she produced everything to say, guys, ngihlalala.
Did she apply within the application period?
Yes.
Ngaphambi kokuba ngidlulele phambili, ngifisa ukubeka ukuthi iSouth Africa yizwe eliphethwe umthetho. Kufanele lokho noma kuthiwa abantu benzani, kodwa sengathi bangangakukhohlwa ukuthi iSouth Africa yizwe eliphethwe umthetho. Njengoba uSteve Mabone refer to i-court case eyakhishwa uJudge uMbenenge lo wangapha Western Cape, yingoba kunodaba elalukhulunywa lapho. Leyo judgment leseya referencwa ngoba i-judgment ibeka ukubaluleka ukuthi umntwana akukhathalekile ukuthi abazali bakhe ba documented or not documented, kodwa ukuhlala kwakhe engafundi kunomthelelo ongemuhle kuye umntwana nasemphakathini. Ukuhlala kwakhe engafundi ngoba ikusasa lakhe sezoqala lonakala. Asike sivume ukuthi yonke lento eyenzekayo sibona nabantu abasupported bayisupporta ngenxa ye-frustration. Kodwa ke kufanele baqaphele ukungawuphuli umthetho. Khona kunjalo. Kufanele baqaphele ukuthi bangawuphuli umthetho. I-Department yaka-Education ikhipha i-statement. Side sona singama-page awu-3. Angazi noma sizosifunda i-statement noma sizosisummarize, ngisazodecide. Kodwa nje bengifisa ukubeka lokuthi iSouth Africa izwe eliphethwe umthetho. Njengoba uSteve Mabone refera kwi-court case yingoba umthetho olawula iSouth Africa. Asidlule phambili.
Of course, it is a concern because, as you know, what happened in the hospitals. But however, I want to send a very strong warning to the organization that disruptions of schools will not be tolerated. And I would advise that they go and familiarize themselves with the Bella Act around disruptions and the implications thereof of schools. That is the biggest concern that we're having.
MEC, I'd like to then unpack one aspect, and you've made two known there. But one, you said it won't be tolerated, any disturbance and disruptions of schools. Does that mean you'd be looking at greater security or looking at law enforcement or legal proceedings if any of this was to disrupt schooling?
And of course, we'll look at, depending on the situation. But what I'm saying now is that I would want to advise Dudula to desist on their proposed action, of which will ultimately disrupt schools. They need to, as an NGO, which I believe they can play a role in assisting, to get our schools, support our schools. But in the sense of disruption, they should know that as a department, we will not hold back with regard to disruption of teaching and learning.
Enkulumo ekhulunywa MEC manje la ivela emveni kokuba iDaily Sun ipublish story yathi iDudula iphazamisa ukufunda kwezinye zezikole. So iDudula isithatha igxathu lokuthi cha ayikhulume nakulo okuyena obhala story lapha kuDaily Sun ngoba bona bathi abazange bakuphazamisa ukufunda. Njengoba sekunezinkulumo ezinje kodwa zivezwa iarticle ebhalwe iDaily Sun ethe Operation Dudula iphazamise ukufunda. Ngicela uzwe la.
And I'm going to plead with the media that when you do these reportings, can we do proper reporting?
And the pictures were sent with the caption of what the invite said to me.
No, Ntlantla. You have a video where I was addressing you guys.
Yes.
But the caption, can you take that down, please? Please take it down and rewrite your story in a proper way, because we did not disrupt any school. We did not shut down any schools. Those are the complaints that I'm getting currently. Please, I don't want to report this. Please, can you take it down and do it the right way, please?
Yeah. Okay.
Please take it down. I'm going to look into your page again in the next 2 minutes.
Not 2 minutes. We don't work like that because I still have to call the office.
No, please tell the office that and explain to them. And also, we'd like to have an apology posted on your page. You'll phone me once you're done with the office.
Okay, but then your invite said you are shutting
No, it's not about the invite.
No, the invite didn't say we're shutting down.
No, but it's not about.
Should I screenshot and send it to you?
She's reported.
Reported after what happened.
It says we don't want foreigners in the schools. We don't want our kids to be deprived.
But she was there to see. She was there to see. She saw.
But Agirwana, you also supposed to be reporting on what you have seen, not on what you've heard. That's the same reason why they send you as journalists out to go and find stories, so that you report on what you have seen. It's a different thing if you would have. It's a different thing.
I reported what was never said.
It's a different thing when you had posted and received a video from somebody else, but when you were there.
No, I understand, and my apologies for that.
What transpired in
Sibambe le video la. Ngiyacela ukuzuphawula kwakho. Ubona kanjani wena ngale xathe elithathwa Operation Dudula? And ngifisa mawuyibheka le ndaba uyibheke, ungayibheka out of frustration ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi abantu ba South Africa ba frustrated ngalezi zimo lezi ezenzekayo. Kodwa nje asike siyikhuluma ukuthi kukhona abantu base South Africa who are undocumented, bona bengabase South Africa ngayizathu ezehlukeneyo. Nansi ke ingane ayinaso certificate, mhlawumbe uma wayo useneyinkinga zakhe, uma wayo mhlawumbe akasekho emhlabeni noma kwenzakalani, kunezizathu ezehlukeneyo. Leyo ngane sekufuneka ingafundi ngoba ayina birth certificate. Sekufuneka ingafundi na. So kukhona la abazothi benza kahle khona kugcine kulimala nabanye abantu ngoba njengoba shilo akuwona wodwa ama foreigner kuphela uwa undocumented. Yabona lelo phuzu lelo kufuneka singalikhohlwa, akuwona wodwa ama foreigners uwa undocumented, bakhona ama South Africans uwa undocumented ngezizathu ezehlukeneyo. Ngiyacela ukuzuphala kwakho la ku comment section. Mina nawe bese sidibana kwi video elandelayo. Angeke ngisasifunda statement se Department of Education sosuke sibe side kakhulu. Ngiyabonga.